Alright, I was not privy to this quest's name until about 5 seconds ago when I clicked on it. Blue Scream of Death. Very obviously a play on Blue Screen of Death. That is I don't know if you've ever used Microsoft, like the only computers, aside from a laptop I got, that was an Apple laptop, I didn't have it for very long, but my computers have basically always been Microsoft. And the Blue Screen of Death is a Microsoft thing. I actually read recently, within literally the last day or two, that they got rid of the Blue Screen of Death, and it is now a black screen that just says, hey, something went terribly wrong, or not really that probably deep, but something went wrong, your computer's going to restart now. Blue Screen of Death was it. Like, there was nothing you could do. Like, I think you could just hold down your power button and hope that your computer would restart itself. But supposedly this new black screen of death, or whatever it's called now, automatically restarts your PC, but whatever. Blue Scream of Death, a scream as an scream, given to us by Martyn, level 60 in Ul'dah. I don't know what's going to happen in this. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to fight something. I am currently in my normal blue mage like leveling build, and I do have the etheric mimicry of healer, which is also pretty standard for leveling. Although when I'm leveling, aside from Gobskin, I guess Gobskin is pretty useful, but I don't think I cast it all that often when I'm actually leveling. Maybe I should be going DPS mimicry for leveling stuff. Yeah, why wouldn't I actually? Anyway, but I have my leveling setup on here. I don't know if it's going to be appropriate for whatever happens, but let's go. No more ado, let's go. Mastered frog legs, have you? Jolly good. But luckily for you, I'm in tip-top shape, so you won't be standing in for me after all. Finally, that Siegfried bastard's gonna get what's coming to him for challenging the Great Azora. I give him a nod. I haven't got long until the match, but I've got one or two things to take care of before I step into the arena. Don't worry, I'll be steering clear of dragon peppers and the like. And he walks away. Quest accepted. Cutscene. Okay. Put my earbud back in. We see some walls within Ul'dah. Oh, it's the exact same spot we were just at. Royse comes up, gives us a wave. Darlings, wait, where's Martyn? She looks around. I explain what he's up to. Things to take care of? I'm at my wit's end as it is, and him disappearing all of a sudden is not bloody helping. Gods, I've never met anyone so infuriating. We'd better find him, and quickly. Latulja think Martyn looking for information on Siegfried. Martyn was muttering, fail to prepare is prepare to fail, or something. Heard it from Nutiba, it seems. Maybe he went to Colosseum? Siegfried very famous there. Royse gives a little bit of a shrug. But the match will be starting soon. Why has he waited until now? Finding out about his opponent should have been the very first thing he did, not the last. Not to mention that if he doesn't get back here in time, he'll have to forfeit the match. Alright, let's head to the Colosseum and ask if anyone's seen him. I give a nod, and I follow Royse as she starts to jog out of the scene. Is it the same? Actually, the closest teleport will actually be to the northeast here. And we'll teleport over to the Gladiators Guild. Gladiators Guild. Okay. We'll run into the Gladiator circle here thingy. Genevieve. I don't really know who she is, but I explain what I'm doing. A man asking about Siegfried? Why yes, as a matter of fact, a rather slovenly fellow is making inquiries of that nature, if you must know. And might I add, I am extremely disappointed that one of the Colosseum's most respected gladiators would stoop so low as to appear in that ridiculous circus they hold at the Celestium these days. Has he no shame? Wow. That's an opinion about this whole Siegfried and the masked carnival thing I wasn't expecting. An excitable spectator on the other side of this viewing circle. Yes, he was here a few moments ago. It seems everyone's talking about Siegfried. His match with the Great Azuro is about to begin. Oh gods, I hope I make it in time. And he runs away. Can't see him anymore or interact with him. Genevieve is still there. And an imposing gladiator Rogadin doing squats. Like Cloud in that one quest in Final Fantasy VII. Yes, he was here, kept pestering me with questions about Siegfried, wanted to know what techniques he uses, and whether he has any weaknesses. It was plain he wanted to find out how Siegfried could be beaten, so I gave it to him straight and told him that he couldn't be beaten. Not in the Colosseum, and not in the Celestium neither. We head to the southeast portion of the circle that is this, whatever, arena. Anyway, still up top, still in the viewing portion. We have Royse, who's talking to a lady, cutscene, talking to Royse to continue the quest. She and the lady continue having a dialogue, and the lady walks away. So, it's as Latulja predicted, he really was here after all. Mercy? Royse, what brings you here? Says Martyn, who is no longer looking like a blue mage. I should ask you the same thing, says Royse. You're supposed to be at the Celestium in costume, so what the hells do you think you're playing at? Alright, love, keep your hair on. I'm only asking about my opponent is all. I'm in the middle of failing to prepare. No, wait, that's not right. Oh, so he's garbed in more or less typical Ul'Dan fashion, sorta. Whatever. There's like a kilt, high white socks, long blue sleeve, whatever. He does the fist and palm. Anyway, it's as I thought. That plodding Gabu only knows how to attack from close quarters, so all I have to do is bombard him with my best spells before he has a chance to get near me. What could possibly go wrong? Now, the time has come for Siegfried to taste my wrath. To the Celestium! He gives a smile. Cutscene ends with him walking between us. And now, the cutscene transitions to the Colosseum. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the contest you've all been waiting for is about to begin, says the announcer of the Celestium. Master of knowledge beyond the comprehension of mere mortals and wielder of arcane magics as unfathomable as the deepest ocean, the indomitable keeper of the blue has come! As a reminder, this dude is wearing a tall black top hat, kind of, what's his name? The Mad Hatter. He's got a large white ace playing card on one side of the hat, and then a couple little scepters that are poking out the other side, and a golden, I guess that's the best color description I can think of, a golden tux with white gloves, black cuffs at the wrists, and then like a white, like the V, the open V is black, and then a white necktie kind of thing in the middle of it. The Great Azuro! And Martyn does walk through a gate that raises itself, garbed in his Great Azuro Blue Mage gear. Royse and I come up to a spectator spot outside in the lower portion that is the arena, but outside the actual circular fighting portion. Introducing his opponent, stepping straight from the pages of myth, the peerless swordsman and champion of the Colosseum, Siegfried! And from another rising gate does indeed come Siegfried. Or not, actually, hold on, this is different. I can't believe my eyes! Ladies and gentlemen, I've never seen such a drastic transformation. He has a gun. His armor is different. It's more like closer. It's closer to his body, but it's like kind of beetle shelled. Kind of is the description I can think of. But like, if you think of an abs a person can have, that's kind of how the armor is. But like beetle shells make the abs kind of thing. It's still purple, but his left arm now has like a rifle attached to it, and then his right hand seems to be still wielding a either a very long one-handed sword, or he's strong enough to wield a two-handed sword in one hand. But it's not the same sword he had previously. This one seems to have like kind of a serrated edge, so it could be like a one-handed long sword, and then the left hand is that gun. As we all know, the great Azuro is fond of his little tricks, so Siegfried decided to prepare a few of his own, says Fiergeist, taking up the other, like the opposite spectator spot in the outer arena. At Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern, we research various technologies, including Garlean Magitech, and have restored several armaments salvaged from the battlefield. Magitech? I don't remember any stories about Siegfried wearing Garlean armor and carrying a hand cannon, says Royse. Actually, the sword is very long. That's definitely a two-handed sword, but he's wielding it with one hand right now. Fear not, it will take more than some hurriedly cobbled together pot lids and a child's Popoto launcher to best the great Azuro, says Martyn, and he gets in his stance. But enough talk. Have at you. Know your folly, Siegfried. He does like a fire spell, a ground spell, a lightning spell, like a meteor spell, and Siegfried falls to his knees and then all the way down. And Siegfried seems to be down. But Martyn also falls to his knees and is like holding his stomach and panting. He never stood a chance against the great Azuro. Sorry. Oh, he's behind him. Shit. All of a sudden, this Siegfried, who looks like kind of like a robot right now, is behind Martyn. The Siegfried that Martyn downed vanishes as Martyn looks at him, and Martyn, open-mouthed, raises his hands to shield himself from this like rifle blast from point-blank range, and this dome of energy protects him from the spell. From the point-blank ranged attack. The great Azuro repels Siegfried's surprise attack in the nick of time, says the announcer. I shall never succumb to a shameless cheat like you, says Martyn. Siegfried, the robot or whatever it is, fires again. Martyn's hands are like above him, like clasped above his head. Just keeps diamond backing, is what I would say he's doing. But finally does fall to his knees. His little like eye mask falls to the ground. He's knees down, hands down. The Siegfried bot or whatever it is approaches him. Martyn stands, puts his right arm on his left shoulder, in pain, gritting his teeth. Such determination! This match is not over yet, says the announcer. Impressive, but the time has come for you to admit defeat, says Siegfried. Points the gun at Martyn again. Martyn smiles. Never. I'm taking you down with me. Doesn't what's it called? Explosion? No. Self-destruct. I think he did a self-destruct. Martyn falls to the ground. Siegfried, currently still standing. Incredible! Even after the great Azuro's reckless final attack, the challenger is still standing. Victory goes to Siegfried. Royse looks pained, upset. Such power. It was only this Magitech armor that saved me. Without it, I would have been blown to pieces. Father, for the sake of my honor, I demand a rematch, says Siegfried. If that is what you desire, though it would appear the poor fool is in sore need of an infirmary bed, or perhaps a coffin, says Fiergeist. If the great Azuro is in no fit state to fight, then I have no option but to request a replacement, says Siegfried. And he looks over to me. Azuro II, I challenge you. Royse takes a step back. I take a step back. Good gods almighty, I can scarcely imagine what the next match holds in store, says the announcer. With the great Azuro lying broken and defeated, it falls to his gifted protege to avenge him. I do a fist and palm. And the cutscene ends with a stare down between me and Siegfried. The camera pans up into the blue sky of the open Colosseum. And we talk to Martyn to complete this quest. Cutscene. Royse, I'm so sorry. To be honest, we're back in like just our normal spot. He's fine. To be honest, after you broke through my Mighty Guard... Oh, that was Mighty Guard? Yeah, okay. I knew he had me beaten. The best I could hope for was to force a draw, and we all know how that went. And a fat lot of good all my check-in beforehand did. If I'd known he'd come dressed in Magitech, waving a sodden cannon, I'd have... Well, I don't know. Not much I could have done, I suppose. You shouldn't be so hard on yourself, Martyn. It really was an incredible match, and you very nearly beat him. In any case, the wager to decide ownership of the Celestium is still on. It's all down to you now, Mercy. Siegfried's as strong as an aurochs, cunning as a fox, and slippery as an eel. So you need to keep your wits about you. My options are Siegfried is a choir boy compared to me, a choir boy. Or, so once again, it falls to me to settle Martyn's disputes. I don't really like either of those. My third option is just ... I'm gonna go ... Say nothing. Just give her a little bit of a smile. So, you'd prefer to let your skills do the talking, is it? Perhaps Martyn could stand to learn a thing or two from you. Anyway, there's still time to prepare, so make sure you have everything in order before your showdown with Siegfried. I wish you luck. I give her a nod. She waves and leaves the cutscene. Martyn's shoulders like down a little bit, like head down a little bit, like dejected. Gods, I've made a right mess of all this. Blue magic, perfect for every occasion? No one's gonna believe that now. I might as well throw all my research down the privy. But he stands, his back straightens, his head straightens. Unless you're willing to help me out, if you went exploring with a few other blue mages, I'd be able to compile the information into a log of some sort, which I can use to help plan new strategies. I've added a few pages to the back of your blue magic spellbook to help keep track of everything. Each time you make it out of one of those places alive, you'll get a reward. We've even got a special blue mage gear to trade for any you've collected. Best of all, every item is endorsed by yours truly. The nearby Mamulja gives like a hands raised to the sky kind of cheer. Thal's balls, what am I talking about that for? There'll be plenty of time for that after you've beaten Siegfried. He points a finger at me. Now go, Azura II. Avenge your master and restore the honor to the Blue Mages Guild. Blue Scream of Death is complete. 25,000 experience points, 810 gil. Blue Mage's log is unlocked. I don't know what that means. Oh, does that mean... Wait, hold. New stages have been added to the Masked Carnival. The Blue Mage log can now be accessed via the Blue Magic Spellbook. Latulja can help me trade allied seals for various items. Okay. What's this? The catch of the Siegfried is needed to do the next level 60 quest. Blue Magic Spellbook. Oh, here we go. Okay, so you can continue your learning allied seals, or gaining allied seals. Okay, so you have to... So I can do these dungeons and such. Wow, I can earn actually a damn decent amount of allied seals. 30 per dungeon from 1 to 50. Is it all the way to 1? Yeah. So from 1 to 50, you get 30 allied seals per each of these dungeons. You have to do it in a party of 4, so like Blue Mage party, I would guess. It's recommended that you avoid using the unrestricted party option. Okay. And then each of these, so 30 allied seals and 60 tomestones of poetics. So like, that's a lot on the table here. Oh, we have a weekly target as well. So okay. And then from 51 through 60, I guess I don't have whatever this duty is. I'll have to figure that out maybe. Even hard mode dungeons. You can also do trials. Trials give the same 30 and 60. Okay. Okay. If weekly challenges, right now it's the Vault and the Royal Menagerie. I guess there's duties that are level 50 and 70 that I have not unlocked, so I'm not sure about those, but they give 400 seals and 300 tomestones. That's crazy. Meanwhile, like the bonus you get for standard duties give an extra 200 seals on top of the 30 and 150 tomestones. You can do raids as well. Raids give 50 seals and 100 tomestones, no matter the level, it seems. I want some Blue Mage friends. I need to join like a Blue Mage Discord, I think. That's cool. So you don't want to do unrestricted. Let's get into that actually a second here. But you have to do unrestricted, don't you? No. Okay, no. So I think what you do is you form a party of Blue Mages. And then you just jump into a dungeon. I think that would be how it works, right? I have no idea. That's interesting. Okay, cool. Furthermore, more masked carnival levels, as I'm gonna call them, because it's just easier, yeah, have been opened, apparently. We have 26 through 30. Papa Mia, Lock Up Your Snorters, Dangerous When Dead, Red, Fraught, and Blue, and The Catch of the Siegfried. I know Papa Mia is like a variation of Mamma Mia. Lock Up Your Snorters. I don't know what that. It's another fight against Typhon. Dangerous When Dead, Red, Fraught, and Blue. Like red, white, and blue. I don't know. Anywho. Cool. That is the end of the Blue Magerie that we have for a while, maybe. I want to do these one at a time, so I'll watch videos and I'll do them. Yeah. I gotta do my daily main scenario, though. Ooh, healer is active. Cool. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. I will see you for whatever video of mine you watch next. Just hope you enjoyed your 4th of July, and whatever else you're doing. Bye-bye for now.